Hi, I'm Joanne Sue. I'll be attending Washington University in St. Louis and majoring in biology.
Hi, I'm Maddie Dominici. I will be attending Samford University in the fall and majoring in education.
Hi, my name is Johnny Way. I will be attending Duke University in the fall and majoring in chemistry. Our teachers are Mrs. Amy Maddox and Mrs. Jane Schaefer. We are seniors representing Vestavia Hills High School, and we're very excited to be here today.
Okay, awesome. Okay, and this is Unit 4, right?
5.
5. Oh, okay. Just checking to see if you're awake. Okay. Unit 5, question number 3. We need procedures that translate the values of the Fourth Amendment with its warrant requirement into a new technological context. Do you agree or disagree with this claim by a legal scholar? Why? What values are inherent in the Fourth Amendment and why are they important? Some scholars argue that government can use surveillance data collection and data mining technologies for good purposes, such as keeping America safe from terrorist attacks, preventing crime, and delivering social services. Do such uses outweigh possible negative uses? Why or why not? And you may begin.
Obvious crimes in progress don't require warrants.
These words of John Tyson Jr., commander of Alabama's task force on illegal gambling, justified the warrantless raid of a bingo hall in South Alabama.
Such raids, along with invasive surveillance measures, have become a convention of our government's law enforcement and counterterrorism measures. Unfortunately, they arguably conflict with the Fourth Amendment's protection from unreasonable searches and seizures.
We agree that while technological advancements have challenged Fourth Amendment principles, the principles do not need to be abandoned, but rather reinterpreted for the modern era.
The Fourth Amendment preserves personal privacy and protects against a tyrannical, intrusive government. In the colonial period, general search warrants issued by the king allowed for almost unrestricted searches of anyone in his or her property.
The ratification of the Fourth Amendment protected individuals from unreasonable government searches. In Katz v. U.S. 1967, the Supreme Court officially established an expectation of privacy as a vital component of the amendment, affirming Thomas Jefferson's belief that the equal right of every citizen and his property was the true foundation of Republican government.
Indeed, personal privacy is the foundation for freedom of conscience, expression, and religion. Thus, without a protection of personal privacy, no government is truly limited and no rights are truly protected.
However, the federal government still has the responsibility of preserving public welfare, and surveillance technology can help achieve that aim. When national security is at risk, the state can require some privacy rights to be limited for the common good, as with the passage of the Patriot Act following the 9/11 attacks.
Data collection quickly became vital to preventing future terrorist threats. For example, the Christmas Day bomber could have easily been caught had intelligence been properly analyzed.
Additionally, the federal government distributes social services and collects private information to monitor the progress of its various welfare programs. Tracking federal aid dollars and gathering statistics helps measure the effectiveness of social safety nets.
Yet these social benefits do not outweigh the intrusive nature of national surveillance, as drawing the line between serving the common good and overstepping personal liberties is exceedingly difficult.
With so much personal data available to it, the government can easily conduct searches on any individual. Recent government surveillance conduct has caused public outrage, such as Bush's authorization of warrantless wiretappings by the NSA.
Although the ACLU challenged the legality of the program, the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in ACLU v. NSA in 2006 that the ACLU had no standing for the lawsuit, and the Supreme Court refused to hear an appeal. For now, the constitutionality of warrantless wiretapping remains unclear.
Also, technological improvements have complicated what constitutes privacy. The legal interpretation is considered as the right to personal autonomy as defined by society.
In Dow Chemical Company v. U.S. 1986 and Florida v. Riley 1989, the Supreme Court upheld warrantless aerial searches by planes in businesses and homes, respectively, while in Kelo v. U.S. 2001, it ruled that thermal imaging searches required warrants as they were tantamount to a physical presence.
However, imaging technology has become clearer and cheaper since the 80s. As aerial searches become more revealing, it could render the interpretation of privacy useless.
Without redefining the standards of privacy, rapid development of surveillance technology can present significant Fourth Amendment concerns.
National security threats and technological advancements have visibly eroded the Fourth Amendment's protection of privacy.
However, the heart of the amendment still beats under the myriad warrant requirements. The Fourth Amendment remains a crucial bulwark against arbitrary government and tyranny.
As stated by constitutional scholar Akil Reed Amar, the core of the Fourth Amendment is neither a warrant nor probable cause, but reasonableness. So long as it can keep the government accountable, the Fourth Amendment needs no life support. Thank you. We're now ready for questions.
So what are private acts for the common good? What, is that good for the individual?
The common good would refer to the public welfare. For example, when you take national security with the terrorist attack, this would be a prime example of when the government has the authority to step in and necessarily limit the privacy of maybe some individuals in order to protect the nation as a whole.
Who makes that decision?
Well, you see, the only check against this would be the public. So long as the public allows for these government measures to happen, as with the warrantless wiretapping at the time, the decision is made by the government, essentially.
And not only the public, the courts have also upheld the right to privacy. Justice Louis Brandeis once said that the right to be let alone is a right most valued by civilized man. And additionally, in the cases of electronic surveillance, take for example, the United States District Court in 1972, or the Supreme Court ruled that even in cases where domestic subversion, the Supreme Court ruled that you still needed a warrant to obtain electrical surveillance, because then it would be a slippery slope and there would be continual warrantless wiretappings and surveillance.
Right. To expound on what Joanne said, often during times of crisis, the public is willing to give up more of their rights, as with the Patriot Act, but later on they realize that they have given the government too much power and they've turned over too many of their rights, and so then they want the government to correct that error.